Ladies and gentlemen, a week one recap. Being filmed at the end of week three because I have no discipline, but we are here for week one of Fadi rules. Week one's rule set: Isopod DNA. This is being played on Infinite Fusion, which is why the layout looks a little different. It's actually the Infinite Fusion's like Pokeathlon website. So that's why everything looks slightly different compared to usual. The party member with the lowest amount of points is turned into the mon worth the most points in that class. So that means that there's going to be some parts of the roster that are like a little bit different, but it's all fusion dynamics. It's not going to really matter. It's not very important Pokemon. There is a Golisopod on each team, which is getting fused into one of the Pokemon that you already have on your roster. And then if that Golisopod fusion faints, it's game over. And you lose immediately. Okay, so it does show the fusions on the So you're going to see it a bit better. There's some Pokemon that have unique sprites, so this Ferrothorn Doublade has the unique sprites done in, but for the most part, a lot of them don't, so it just looks like whatever the main body is. So I'll try to make sure to let you know what's up on the first one. Galarian Darmanitan Urshifu is insane because Urshifu's ability is kind of a nothing burger in singles because Protect uses Protect. First one we're covering all that. That's Alolan Marowak and Golisopod, so that's the very important Pokemon. There is the Marowak. Fire Water. Presumably Lightning Rod? I don't know. You just gotta be careful with that one. Is that a second water and fire type? Melodic and Chi-Yu, okay. That's certainly a choice. Yeah, Ferrothorn Doublade is going to be annoying for sure. A Crobat mixed with Earthworm. That just sounds weird on paper. We'll see how it actually works in practice. And then, Ground Fairy is Blood Moon and Sylveon. Look out. Meanwhile, over on Hoobie's end, we have Cloyster Kartana. That Spillink scares me with that one. Slitherwing and Tauros. Bug Normal. That's almost feels like a throw. I presume it's just for sheer force. Latias Ting Lu. That's gonna be bulky as hell. Tornadus, Therian, and Heatran, Steel Flying with Flash Fire. So we're down to just one weakness on that thing now. Primarina and Thunderous Therian. Voltazorb, almost assuredly. And then Golisopod Electrode. Probably just trying to go for fast, play good moves. So anyways, now that we're 4 minutes into the video, let's actually watch a battle. Flamethrower does not that much, and Leech Seed, yep. Barablade's gonna be annoying. Then comes Flare Blitz, Iron Barbs, and Recoil. Leech Seed again. So the thing about all non-fully evolved Pokemon is that they can all hold Eviolite. Here comes Beezaroo and Miloyu against Primaris. Back over to Fairblade. Who gets sacked here? That's concerning. Oh, Darman Shifu. This is gonna be rough. Because. Oh, and it's the Barbarians with the Terrifier. Dude. Oh no. Is it just over on the spot? It might be over on the spot. How much keep it real? Galarian Darmanitan is whack, bro. Saying Golisopod, I spent more time talking about how the battle could go than the battle actually took. Darman Shifu, way to go. Next up, we have LS versus Winter. Spectrier Torrentee, Dondozo Mamoswine, Galarian Slowking and Diancie, which has a unique sprite, Lamora Leavanny, Bisharp Urshifu, and Magmar Gliscott as talent. Alright, we got Valiant Garchomp. Oh no. Slowbro Golisopod, so that's where that is. Pikachu Meowscarada. Oh, Pikachu stood its full effect of Light Ball when it's fused. Corv and Clodsire. Oh my god. That's scary. Murkrow Bramblegast. And then Darkrai Rotom-Frost, almost purely for, I'd imagine, base coverage or something, I don't know. Anyways. Meow with the Glock versus Glimbanny. Jesus Christ. Light Ball. What the hell? Oh, what in the momentum span is this? Thunderwave, and that's gonna ruin Spectus here. This one's starting to get ugly. That Pikachu Meowscarada one is just insane. Scald does not burn. Crit and poison. Gets the Thunder Wave off though. Hard swaps the Corv. Corv and Quad making it Lando T. That's pretty good. It's just Quagsire over here. Quagsire with higher stats. That slow anti is so bulky though. Moonblast. Oh, nice snipe. In comes Valiant and Garchomp. Which is just an insane combo to think about. Oh, it has teleport, so can't trap it like that. And in comes the Pika with a block. And this is gonna start getting out of hand real quick. Because that's not a steel type. I would have thought you would just send it. Well, I guess free a Sucker Punch went hard. The burn? No. God. Counter. The dynamic punch is insane. There's an out for winter here. Oh, recover. And just like that, the numbers got unbelievably skewed the other way. Oh, if this was Toxic Poison, there's maybe a chance, but I just don't think Magmar has the ability to break through without killing itself with Flare Blitz. Especially not now after that Leech Life. Yep. Oh, we can attack on those, yeah. Yeah. The endgame was insane. I was surprised that Magmar took that E-speed. But good lord. A 1v1 duel between a couple of Glissopods at the very end. Next up, we're going to try to keep moving these pretty quickly. We're already 12 minutes in and we're in 2 battles. Oh god. Deegs has Ogerpon and Rillaboom. Articuno and Alolan Ninetales. So that's just Alolan Ninetales. Arctozolt Golisopod. I would have thought if you're running Alola Tail, essentially, you would want to run Arctozolt with perhaps something that it can actually go alongside. Hisuian Gudra and Tapu Koko is a choice. They feel kind of juxtapositioned, but maybe giving a special attack stat to Koko would be nice. Meowscarada and Gliscor is combo for sure. And then Frostmoth Excalibur. That's just Ice Scales, essentially, for backs. Meanwhile, Val has Keldeo and Excelgor. Bikini Archeops. We're going with the Psychic Flying instead of Rock and Fire. I guess there's not really a choice or something. Normal Fairy Licky with Tapu Bulu. Steel Flying Archalodon. Let's go Steel Flying types mixed with an Oricorio Palm specifically. Tentacruel and Glisopod. That's what this is. And then Sandy Shock's Tapu Koko. We're going to be seeing a lot of similar high tier mons because of your lowest point mon gets replaced with the highest point mon, so. But we've already seen 2 Tapu Kokos in this battle alone, so. Electric Surge and Snow Warning off rip. Rocks in exchange for a Veil. The T-Bow gets a Para. U-turn out over to Meowscore or Meowcore. Volt switch over to Arctorio. U-turn, you're proccing Stamina. Grassy Surge. Oh, that's Quiver Dance. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That Terra Blast almost killed. This is The Hurricane didn't kill. Oh, we need. Ooh, the Roost turn. And this is snowballing very quickly. The snow's even gone for our Tosapod. It's a Bolt Peak off. Unfortunately, it's going to keep doing less and less because Articoria is faster. And Roost's up again, so now it's not even weak to electric. This... Oh dear, yeah, this one's going to be over pretty fucking soon. Because we're just going to hit a Steel type move here, or a Revelation Dance. Sure. Yeah, we've gotten to a point where it's just over. Send the Zolt to try to outspeed, but we're going to outspeed now. Knock off the leftovers. Yeah, this is getting real ugly real quick. And that's the power of Quiver Dance. Good lord, what a move. Yep. Well, cool fight, guys. I believe we have all now learned that Quiver Dance needs to go. But what was Pokemon thinking at all? Moving on, I forgot to mention these opening set of fights are all from the Spikes division, which is the division I'm in. And then the Stripes division will be second half of the video. Or whatever. Second batch of battles. Next up, we got Brian Dude and Snarfy. Brian Dude has Necrozma and Comfy. That's Triage is going to do something, I just don't know what. The Executor gets the Golisopod. Okay. Nihilego and Coco. Chosen here at Fairy. So probably a Beast Boost variant. Blacephalon and Homo-O. Alright. That's mildly scary. Actually pretty scary. Blacephalon's a fucking whack. Iron, Valiant, and Minior with a Fairy Flying type. And then Araquanid, Silvally, Ground. So it has to be RKS system because it's Silvally Ground. You know, over here, Snarfy, what the fuck is that sprite? That's Togekiss Chestnut. Jugs Machine and Great Tusk. Sure. Pork Dragon, Photosynthesis. Which one you gonna choose? They both do the exact same thing. Toxapex gets the Golisopod? Okay. That's a sprite for sure. It's basically just a Toxapex though. With like slightly remixed stats. Inzhelion and Jirachi. Serene Grace scares me. Smeargle Zygarde. Oh my god. What a monster. Rotom Heat, Zeraora to finish off the squad. Mono Electric probably would Levitate. Alright, Taunt the Toxapod. Stays in though. Knock off. I didn't even know it should be knocked either. Mechanics be whack. Fusions are insane. Flanger Soul. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. The burn. Gotta take those against this thing. Another flamethrower, just trying to get it lowered. Toxapod click toxic. Makes sense. Becomes valiant. Hit shields down, which I don't know what that does. Immediate bailout over to the ground type, which no longer has a ground memory, so how is it a ground type? Brass Knot. Inherited that from Zeraora. Parting shot over to Necrophy. You're playing. Sharpie's playing really fast and loose with this Golisopod here. Very opposite of what most people were doing. Ooh, Draining Kiss is going to be a little rough. Chooses to bulk up in his face? Okay. Iron Tusk is whack. Damn, I was witty when I was watching these. So a lot of damage has been done to Sharpie's team. Togenaut. Fucking Togenaut. What is this thing? There is not a goddamn thought behind those eyes. White Herb actually saved it. I hate the way Togenaut is looking at me. And Shell Smash. Oops. The damn setup is whack. Fusions are whack. So this is... That's right, you gotta remember. Dopamuk is Dame. And then Blood Red Eyes is Idif. We got the typical. This is insane though. Regigigas Dragapult? Nah, that's fucking whack, bro. Morgrim Breloom is potentially it's Prankster Spore. It's Prankster Spore. Iron Moth top me. So it's Fire Fairy. That's a decent combo. Golisopod Scizor to just make Scizor. Hydreigon and Roaring Moon to just keep them both the exact same. And then Kabutops and Linoon, which feels like Patromon. Kingdra and Urshifu Rapid Strike. That is... Sniper Surging Strikes. That's concerning. Xurkitree and Gardevoir to make an Electric Fairy. I see it. I like it. Landorus, Therian, and Sneasler is a combination for sure. Probably just both based on both of them having high attack stats. Chandelure Melmetal. Melmetal with a speed above 20. Hyloswine Meowscarada. And then Trophy Golisopod is a throw. Lansler and This fucking thing is just gonna D-dance off rip. Oh my god, it died. Well, that's half the problem solved. There's that prankster score. Ooh, those crits, they're doing a lot. Rocky helmet, weak armor, okay. The page is gonna get covered here in a second. Unfortunately, intimidate. So down goes that combo. Here comes the Technophobe. Trick Room. Oh dear. And they're both combinding in each other's faces. Like Moonblast as the attacking move is probably predicting a switch. Come on, Edom, just attack. Just use Fiery Dance. Oh my god. This guy is insane. He's so greedy. Why are you clicking Moonblast still? You have Fiery Dance. Oh, it's Flash Fire. That's right. Chandler ability, yep. That'll do it. So, it still breaks through. Aqua Jet revenges it quite easily, though. Lander's Theory and gets intimidated off before dying. The Clutch Terrifier. The Dragon Dance. Dragon Claw does half. Alright. Still 1.5 XP. Incoming Aqua Jet. Tanks it. Yo. Life Orb does get the... And now it's Felicipod with Sizzler versus Isu Bullet Punch. Nowhere near enough and Mystical Fire from Gardevoir. Alright, so that was the matches for Spikes. Moving on to Stripes. You got Fadi versus Druidic. Which is Amoonguss Melisopod, Archaludon Zapdos. Alright. Hatterene Glacier. That's a Trick Room incoming, and it's gonna fucking hurt when it does. Tapu Fini Dusclops. Lando Polytone? Sure. And then a Lucky Valiant, which is fucking insane. Speaking of Valiant, we have Salamence Valiant over here. Also, really over the top. Meloetta Chi-Yu? Alright. Bronzong Murkrow. Steel Flying. Sure. Tapu Fini Tangrowth. Ursaluna gets mixed with the Golisopod. And then Tatsugiri Gungor. the thing about fusion is I know nothing about them, like how like the main meta works. We're just doing with what we got, so it's also like we didn't have any rules about what could fuse together. So it was kind of we were just prepping for like 30 different months, so we just kind of didn't really have a plan for most of them. It was mostly just bring whatever is the most busted thing you have. Oh, it has running electroshock too. Oh dear. Bring the ground type, yeah. The problem is it still boosts a special attack. So you're staring this in the face. What are you gonna do about it? Aura Sphere. Rain's still going. Rose is gonna keep spamming electroshock, keep getting boosts. Eventually she's gonna break through something. Ooh dear. That finally breaks through. So no more rain, so there's not that to worry about. However, it is still unbelievably boosting up. So. Fork drive attack, that's gonna be rough. Ooh, bulletproof. Does like a quarter in return and boosts defense, so. Oh. Hurricane. Yeah, it's gonna kill. Is that game? I think that's game. No, it's Urs. What's the mix with Ursa Luna? That's right. I'm losing track. A couple of steel flying types because it's the best type ever. Having to roost though is a little rough. Calm Mind again. Oh, you got Clark here at some point to take advantage of a roost. You are missing so many hurricanes, Druid. Oh my god. Stored power does not get killed. That might be game. Yeah, first impression is nothing. This one's over. Crit, probably unnecessary too. So that's two Archalodons who have just run through something by getting boosted up to high heaven. Next up, Build of Firefalls. Here's baby Archalodon. Also Pikachu. Running almost the exact same thing as did with Meowscarada earlier, just this time with Cinderace. Dragapult Scizor is fun. Lilligant and Bisharp. Hisui and Lilligant specifically, and Bisharp. Tapu Fini, Glissapod. Torkoal Walking Wake. Setting up Sun for itself, I see. Meowstic Rotom Wash is the last one. That's just kind of, you throw it together because there's nothing else that fits. Cosmo and Corviknight. I don't know anything about Cosmo himself. Ogerpon, Hearthflame, and Urshifu. We're just making new Urshifus out here. Zapdos and Coco to make Tapu Koko again. Duraludon Spectrier, which is kind of nutty if you think about it. Steel Flying! Such a good typing. Everybody would be using it. And then Golisopod with Seismitoad, for lack of anything better. do Eruption off rip. Alright. Terrifier, and oh dear. It's a wicked blow on the fucking... Alright, close combat does a fair bit. Unfortunately, you're going... Die? You're gonna die now. No? Why? Can't knock off the mask. There's Ivy Cuddle, yep. And this is where things start getting out of hand. Nope, excuse me. Failed out. And Pyro Ball. Oh, God. And that's it. It's over. 8 turns. And Golisopod dies a horrible death to a fucking Pikachu. Sounds about right. Next up, Panders and Fower. We have another Archaludon. Mixed with Ribombee. That's more Quiver Dance. Oh no. Xatu and Metagross, which is 1, an insane looking sprite, and 2, an insane 2 Pokemon to fuse. Especially because it just leads to the same typing this time. We could have done it the other way and gone Steel Flying. Primarina and Durant. Water Steel's a good type. I don't know how it compares to Water Fairy. Definitely better than Bug Fairy. There's probably something going on over there. Ditto. He's kind of doing his thing. Fower accidentally brought Wimpod instead of Golisopod, so make it that way you will. Iron Moth and Ogerpon and Wellspring. That's a combo. Excalibur with Crocodile. Is that an Intimidate angle, or are we just doing whatever's good that's left? I'm just thinking it's not Ice type. Meanwhile, Panders over here. Grafai Aerodactyl. That's a lot of speed. Something that gets Prankster anyways. Togekiss slacking. Perhaps to be expected. Hisui and Goodra is superior. We're dropping Dracos with this one. Galarbro is the Golisopod holder. A very common theme seems to be slapping Regenerator on it. Inteleon or Shifu. So that's the second time we're seeing Sniper plus the guaranteed crits. Now Volcarona Mammoth. That's... You're neutral to Rock now, so that's like one of Volcarona's biggest weaknesses. I can actually hold 9. Oh, Shell Smash turn 1. Oh no. Versus Quiver Dance. Oh no. They will decide to go for it off rip, and I think that's game. On second thought, I'm 98% sure that Togekiss doesn't get Shell Smash. Because I think that's an Infinite Fusions thing. We banned like the Infinite Fusions specific learn sets. What the fuck is this thing? Bro, and raw Meteor Beam? Yeah. Forgot that he had to take off the... So, I believe this went down as a win for Fower, because Shell Smash Togekiss is Not a thing. Can actually double check real quick. Or is it? I got marked down as a Panthers win. I don't know. Is it a thing? It's just that no Togekiss would ever use it? No, if Togekiss could use Shell Smash, it was Shell Smash. I don't know. Anyways, Bradley Clovey is next. Marowak and Kartana. Hit Club with Kartana, that's scary. Florges and Tapu Fini, you just make Tapu Fini. Druddigon Serena. Oh, we got Garchomp Scyther. Magnus on Golisopod, so that's the MVP. What is that spray? Sure. And then we have Tapu Lele and Greninja. On the other end, we have why? Steven Universe? What the hell? Anyways, that is Clefable and Starmie. Why that's Clefable and Starmie, beyond me, but it is. Iron Crown is the Golisopod holder. We got Hydrapple Sinistra, that's... Oh no. Hydrapple Sinistra? That's insane. Low kicks in Galarian Darmanitan, and I don't even know if that's a good fusion or not. Because, like, yeah, Gorilla Tactics, but also part of what made Low Kick so good was Tinted Lens, allowing it to just break through and deal double damage to resist. Our Chaladon Gliscor, so once again, we've got Steel Flying because it's the best type ever. Then Salazzle Kilowattrel. Maybe Voltozarb could be Corrosion. Honestly, I have no clue. We shall see. Hey, listen, I would just like to point out, I think my reaction was very justified. I think I had a justified crash out there. Anyways, Druddigon bailed. Over to Lele. Being a Fickle Bean. It's not a bug, it's an apple. There's a bug in it. The Dark Pulse manages to break through. And then comes Steven Universe. Can Steven go back to his own universe? Sludge Wave does a fair chunk. The Surf Right Back does a fair chunk more. Yo, our Chaladon Gliscor with Gunk Shot. That doesn't poison and therefore doesn't get the kill. Oh god. Gunk Shot into immunity. Roosting up. Unfortunately, this is, I believe, Magnapul. So, this is just a straight-up trap. I don't think that's good for him in this situation. Yeah, this is starting to go a wee bit sideways for our Chaladon. If it had its own setup move, we could maybe, have a fight. It was running Electroshock, but oh, this guy and the Criminal territory, and the Skullburn bro's doing negative damage. Bro is doing such little damage. The substitute is still up. Holy shit. It's still up. That's how many earthquakes now? Vanillas Pavilion, please. I do not need to hear Megalovania while Steven Universe is on my screen. I love how you withdrew it to kill off Dredagon and Serena? Okay. And down goes Garther. So, certainly a name. Oh, here comes the zone. Oh, that hurts. Psychic terrain. Psychic terrain blocking the Aqua Jet, and that's how it ends. Ooh. Gate route theme. Way too relaxing for Infinite Fusions bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, I'm seeing an awful lot of it on my screen right now. What is that thing? We've got Extra Brellum. Fast Spore is always concerning. Suiko's Sableye. Sure. Our Chaladon absorbs a Golisopod this time. We're seeing a lot of our Chaladon, just because that's what Velocipet turned into. Heatran Uxie is... That's just Victini. With worse coverage, by the way, because Victini gets some stupid moves. Tyranitar Noivern. Sure, and then Enamorous and Thundurus to make Enamorous. Meanwhile, on the Jace's end, we have Tomo-o Zeraora. They're going to be clanging some souls with this one. Tinglu Diancie is very bulky. Hecharunt absorbs a Golisopod, becoming a Toxapex without Regenerator, so just a worse Toxapex. Tornadus and Darkrai. There's choices to be had there. Virizion, Tapu Fini. Alright, and then Guzzlord, Volcanion. Parting shot over to Virizion. Get rid of the rocks and the terrain that you set. Back over to the Petulant. Ooh, there goes the Lumberry, which was probably for the eventual clanging of souls, and use of the Body Press. Plasma Fist doesn't get the kill either. Terrorist into fire, and Flare Blitz almost killed. Sandstorm's gonna kill though. Oh, Sandstorm expired. Doesn't matter, this thing might be scarfed. In which case it might be over. Never mind, we battling Tinglu, this bulky menace. Out comes Heatran. Petrunt in to deal with the Dazzling Gleam, I guess. Switching into the ground on a Psychic type was a choice. Over to the Dark type. We're pivoting. We're pivoting. We're playing a Nuzlocke. We're working around the AI. Wait, that's a real person? Oh no. So eventually, Keytrain goes down. This guy's on 2 HP, so we're doing Sunny Day first. Immune to grass. You just forward because grass type. That's rough. Here comes this weird Suicune Sableye thing. Oh no, the terrain blocks the prankster. Oh. Oh no, wait, it blocks status. No shot. They both forgot. Dude, they just spot each other a turn. Works through confusion. Oh boy, here comes Guzzlord again. And Bell's melee over to Tinglu. Understandable. Get some Earthquake off. This is actually a really close game. It's no longer that close of a game. It's actually over, so. Alright. Last game of the day. Julio and Mateo. The hammer is covering up a tentacle. So we have. You're rolling her Okay. Tentacle and Tapu Fini. Just make Tapu Fini. Tankaton Annihilate is intriguing. We have Iron Jugs Machine mixed with Iron Boulder. That's sure, that's a choice. Terrapagos is just weird. This one I can pair Berserk Tree this time. And flying out absorbs Glisopod and gets a whatever that spell is. Sure. Anyways, over to Coolio, who has King Gambit and Slaking. Oh dear. Grimstomp Glisopod. So that's has a potential to like just be a party shot machine. Mienshao Cyclozar. Both regenerate, so you could spread that out a little bit, I think. Another regenerator. That's right, this guy drafted like 8 regenerators and it's fucking insane. Torrentine and Eldegoss. Okay. Uniqueless. Intox effects. There's another regenerator. And then Pom Pom and Wimble, another regenerator. Oh god. Supercell Slam, turn 1. Gets hit by a Moonblast. Oh, and then hits into the immunity. And Torvigos, this is a Leech Seed, that's rough. I think it's paralyzed for its trouble before bailing out. Over to this fucking monstrosity. Rage Fist? Oh god. It's been hit. Oh no. It had Pickpocket. Not what I would have liked to steal. Oh dear. We gon' be cleaving. Tornadoes with rapid spin from Serena. That's great. No, Eldegoss. Eldegoss gets rapid spin. Okay, sure. I did that. Martha under. I did not know that. And now they're just spinning on each other. A liquid ooze. Oh no. No shot liquid ooze actually mattered for the first time. Talbot, oh god. Then PK Starstorm. And then wearing boots. Doesn't matter. This is over. Looks like you're just gonna spam substitute around, but you're poisoned, so it's gonna wear you down. And also, there's just too many PP left, and this Thunderbolt should just break through you too. So yeah, that's it. Man, not gonna lie. Overall, in the format, this was just a build what's best and pray to God that you got something broken. Or that you planned for something broken, because you could definitely have planned for this, but the problem is it's just 1 week out of 14 different weeks, so... Some people were just less well-equipped than others. We saw some good games, though. I think the Glisopod rule kind of helped. There was a couple games where the Glisopod died early, and there was a couple games that it was just like Glisopod 1v1 at the end, which is honestly really hype. So I think overall a good week, good format. I suppose now it's as good a time as any. Not that it really matters, because I'm recording this middle of week 3. So of course week 2's already happened. But week 2 was auto chess. Which is basically just we would roll a dice every turn for what we do. And then we also had give the knights access to Terra Dark and Aegislash's moveset. And then also you can run any ability on any of your Pokemon that is in your party. You can only run it once. So that's going to be the next video, the next recap. You're going to have my battle react to this in the playlist, but I will see you guys then. Take care.